This episode of the Fire Alarm Insider is proudly brought to you by Secured Securities, your trusted partner in fire alarm and security solutions, protecting lives and businesses one system at a time. All right, let me start by saying this. If you're a new fire alarm technician, fresh out of school, freshly certified, maybe feeling confident right now, then this episode is for you. You passed the test, you learned the code basics, you understand what a pull station does, what a NAC circuit is, and how smoke detectors should operate. And then you show up to your first real job site, and suddenly nothing looks like the classroom. The prints don't match the building, the panel is older than you are, and someone is telling you it's been doing this for years, and you're standing there thinking to yourself, they didn't cover this in school. So today I want to talk about why fire alarm schools don't teach you what you really need to know in the field. This is not to criticize the training program, but to prepare you for the realities of the fire alarm industry. Because fire alarm schools give you the foundation. The field, this is where you learn the real education. But let me be clear out the gate. Fire alarm schools really matter. A fire alarm school is important. Certifications also matter. Code knowledge is not negotiable. You cannot be effective in this industry without understanding how the system is supposed to operate, what the code requires, why certain devices exist, and how circuit functions actually operate. The school teaches you what should happen. And that is good because it's giving you concept and theory of how to think like a fire alarm technician. And that matters. But what the school doesn't teach you is what happens when things don't go according to plan. And in the field, things rarely go according to plan. So this is the reality of a real building. In the school, you work with clean panels, perfect wiring, textbook device placement, but in the field, you're dealing with the building that has been modified several times, systems installed by multiple companies over several decades, and devices added without documentation. Sometimes the panel that was upgraded may have been upgraded halfway, then abandoned in the middle of the project. You'll see temp wiring that was installed 10 years ago, but here's the truth that no one is telling you. The building always wins. The code book describes ideal condition. The field gives you the real condition. Your job is learning how to bridge the gap without compromising life safety. This episode of the Fire Alarm Insider is sponsored by the Fire Alarm Business Blueprint. If you're a seasoned technician looking to start your own fire alarm business, we have a 9-step course for you to take you from starting your business to getting your fire alarm license, marketing, and also getting money into your business. If this sounds like you, the link is in the show notes. Let's get back to the program. Here's the troubleshooting skill you really need. Fire alarm school teaches you the operation. The field teaches you how to troubleshoot. And troubleshooting is not about memorizing answers. It's about thinking. It's about critical thinking. You'll get calls like, the system is going into trouble randomly. It only happens when it rains. It resets itself sometimes. All these random ghosting troubles. How do you actually approach these troubles to fix them? You cannot find the solutions to any of these problems in any textbook. These are real world experiences that sometimes weird things happen to the fire alarm system. But how you actually solve them is by taking a step back, slowing down, observing what the patterns are, and asking the right questions. If you understand how the system behaves over time, it's easier to figure out how you can actually troubleshoot and fix whatever problem is happening on any fire alarm system. A great technician don't just guess, they diagnose. And skills like that only come from experience, one problem at a time, one repeatable problem at a time. Sometimes you may face some new problems, but a lot of these problems you have are often repeatable. So don't just think you're working on equipment. This is something new technicians learn the hard way. You're not dealing with just panels and devices. You're dealing with people. Building owners who don't understand the system, property managers who just want the troubles gone, other trades who touch the wiring and didn't tell you, fire marshals who expect accuracy and accountability from you because you are the person in front of that system. So a fire alarm school is not designed to teach you how to explain complex issues in plain language, or how to stay calm when someone is frustrated, or how to hold your ground professionally when safety is involved. But in the field, communication matters as much as your technical skills, sometimes even more. As you gain more and more experience in the fire alarm industry, you'll understand that time is the real pressure. And in school, time is controlled. In the field, time is a constant pressure. Service calls can stack up, inspections have deadlines, buildings are occupied, and systems are in critical conditions. You'll feel the pull between speed and accuracy. But let me say this clearly. The life safety work that you do on a daily basis does not allow shortcuts. Your decision affects occupants, fire responders, your company's reputation, and your personal integrity. So no matter what school you go to, they will never teach you the weight of that responsibility. The field will actually groom you into the technician you need to be, or the best technician you actually can be. Mistakes will happen, and that's definitely part of it. So every good technician you respect, they have made more mistakes than you could ever even imagine. They missed something, they chased the wrong issue, they actually learned the hard way. But what matters is they owned the mistake, they learned from it, and they never repeated it more than once. So if you want to grow in this industry, it don't come from ego, it comes from humility. So if you think certification will equal mastery, the field will correct you very, very quickly. So how do you really become solid in the fire alarm industry? Here's what works, and this works every time. You learn from experienced technicians, the one who know what they're doing, who's teaching you the right methods when it comes to troubleshooting, programming, or installing a system. You ask questions and you listen, then you ask more questions. You document what you see, you pay attention to patterns, and you take pride in the things that's being done the right way, even if no one is watching. And understand this. You don't master fire alarm in months. You earn it over years. I've been in this industry over 25 years. And after my first 10 years, that's when a light bulb went off and I said, I understand it now. Hey, but that's okay. This trade rewards patience, curiosity, and professionalism. So if you're new to this industry, I want to encourage you, not discourage you. Fire alarm schools give you the industry point. The field will shape you into a professional. So stay humble, stay observant, and stay committed to learning something new on the job each and every day. Because the technicians who last in the industry are the ones who respect both the classroom and the field. So if this episode helped you, I want to remind you of your early days. Do me a favor, share this with a new technician, apprentice, or someone just starting out in the fire alarm industry. This episode of the Fire Alarm Insider is brought to you by Secured Security. Secured Securities presents you the perfect fire alarm install, from inception all the way down to installation to the one-time pass inspection with the fire department. If you're looking for the perfect install, click the link in the show notes to talk more. This industry would only get better if we prepared the next generation properly, and that's what I'm here to do. So I want you to stay sharp, stay compliant, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Fire Alarm Insider. Fire Alarm Expert out. Peace.